Okay, we're back. We have returned. Okay, so I think so I have returned. I don't know if the stream's live or not, but I've switched to, so I was using, like, it looks like they made some changes to OBS Studios layout. But I've also switched from X264 to the NVIDIA NVENC video encoder. So, I don't know. Hopefully the stream's gonna go fine with that setting. Yeah. Thank you guys. Hopefully this stream will be fine. Yeah, so, okay, so the CPU is sitting at a reasonable amount. No issues there. Game seems a lot smoother now, too. We're messing with that. Okay. Hopefully we're live, yeah? Oh my god, the frame rate is also actually really smooth. Well, I don't know. It seems like pretty much like the last time that I went live on stream. I love the city at nighttime is really cool with all the lamps and whatnot. And this bazaar, oh, so cool. Although I kind of wish there were more NPCs walking around. This seems rather empty with, this is rather empty. For a bazaar. Business isn't exactly booming. It's barely making a peep. In fact, any customers I do get leave before they even so much as look at my wares. Guys, shredded. Goes to the gym. Got boulder shoulders. God dang. God dang, brother. Blender's vendor. I would like nothing more than to assist you, madam, once you have been approved by the House of Splendors. Okay. Okay. Right. My sincerest apologies, good madam, but the house only conducts business with referred individuals. Barcelona. Business really be booming if I had an expert artisan around. Okay. Damn, you're tall. Lady, you are very tall. My apologies, miss, but we are only permitted to conduct business with referred individuals. Okay, God. You guys are breaking my balls. You're breaking my balls. Do you have business with one of the satraps, alchemists at the High Crucible? Visit if you must, but you would do very well to hold your nose if pungent chemical odors are not to your liking. Whoa, look at that. Hey. Yeah, we came back after I switched from X264 to NVENC on OBS. OBS has a bit of a different layout from what I last remember in terms of one of the settings tabs. So I just had to play around with it. Yeah, CPU is sitting under 10% now, thankfully. Game is smooth again, so not to worry. But I'll have to look up, I also need to look up like an updated video maybe. Or ideal, streaming settings. It's something I gotta keep up with on the regular, too, as new updates come out and whatnot. I've been kind of sticking with the same settings for a while when I was streaming Overwatch, but I haven't bothered really looking up more info on from YouTubers and whatnot. Confound it. What is that reference on fast-acting medicines? I've told them time and again to return old tomes to the shelf after use. This place is so cool. Oh my god. Holy, whoa, that's a large room if I've seen one. Holy shiznit. So colorful too. I like it. I like it very much. You've now the Ethernet access to the High Crucible of Alchemia. Yes. Alchemia. Indeed. Indeed. Meridine's Mayhan. Ooh. Now it's a cafe by this. Wow, this is such a cool site. I want to eat. I want to have coffee here. Whoa, this is so cool. Oh man. What a view. Oh. Hello, Malil. Come in, please. Feel free to take a seat anywhere you like. We certainly don't stand on ceremony here. Ooh, there's flamingos flying off in the sky. Am I gonna see Uncle Toucan? I don't recognize you. You're a traveler, I take it. What am I doing here, you ask? Minding my business, as should you. You know, rumors of a kidnapping near Yetlimad have been bruited about. Though apparently the event was prevented only by a visitor in these parts. Was it you? What was the word he used? Brooded. I gotta look it up. I've got to look it up in the dictionary. Bruited. Bruited. I'm always finding myself adding new words to look up from this game. It's good. It enriches my English further. Ooh, there's dancers. What? That's cool. Whoa. That's so cool. I like the stage. Like, the design of this game is fantastic too. This expansion with the elephant trunk there, popping out of the wall. That's neat design. And the drapes on the ceiling. And they really, did a wonderful job creating the city. My apologies, but I can't serve anyone who isn't involved with the Guild Ships Hunt initiative at the moment. I have enough on my plate as it is. In order to be eligible for the quest Hunt for Specimens, you must have completed the side quest Elite and Dangerous. Completed the main scenario quest Old Charland New to You. Okay. Okay. Greetings and welcome to Meridian's Mayhan, where the drinks are strong and the entertainment dazzling. If our menu provides too overwhelming, might I point you in the direction of our delicious Amra liqueur? Oh, that's Mareed herself, the chef, I guess. Welcome to my humble Mayhan. I am Mareed, the proprietor, as you might have surmised from the name. If you're looking for recommendations, we have a wide array of spirits distilled by the alchemists at the High Crucible. Our traditional dance performances on the stage you see over there are also popular among our patrons. I hope you'll find a moment's respite here. Oh, thank you, Mareed. Mareed. Look how she's actually looking at me sideways. Just actually watching me. So much food here. Kebabs, there's spicy curry, fruits. Damn. Never do I feel more in... Oh, he's smoking a pipe. I try to avoid thinking about things that scare me. Sometimes I need a little help distracting myself, usually with a stiff drink or some live entertainment, but I always find a way to get by. Cool. You're an adventurer. Don't see many of your kind coming through Balstan Bazaar. Well, do stay a while. You'll find all manner of wares here, though not at the moment. Supplies are a little lackluster these days, what with all that's going on. Place won't last that long at this rate. A traveler, are you? Not often we see your type around here, especially in these trying times. At any rate, our streets aren't exactly the easiest to navigate, so careful you don't become too lost while you're out. Oh, what a rare pleasure to welcome a traveler to our city. As you know, we typically keep our gates tightly shut for our protection. But please, make yourself welcome. And do not hesitate to inquire if I may be of service in any way. What do you do? Ah, but where are my manners? I'm called Faruna, and I have the honor of serving as a clerk for the renowned Balik Consortium. Our consortium can boast among the longest histories of any trading establishment here in Radzat Han. From our esteemed proprietor to the young ones who passionately peddle our wares, each and every one of our employees has devoted their heart and soul to the art of trade. Needless to say, recent times have not been kind to our business, or that of our competitors, for that matter. It is all we can do to see that the long and storied history of the Balik Consortium does not come to an inglorious end. You stand in the free city of Radzat Han, the jewel of Thavnair and a veritable melting pot which draws citizens and residents and visitors of all origins and creeds. The very name of this place, in fact, is derived from the words Radz, meaning diverse, and Han, meaning city. Located as we are halfway between the east and the west, and having signed a non-interference treaty with the various nations of the world, our city has developed through the ages as a bustling hub of trade and commerce. Sadly, the recent emergence of that foreboding tower has rightfully made for frightfully poor business. I could count the number of trade vessels that have arrived at our ports of late on one hand. We must find a way to persevere through this, lest our once proud civilization be lost forever. Thank you. Nice outfit, too. Do you not see it? We will never have such an opportunity again for expansion. Oh, you there, ma'am. You've the look of one who knows a thing or two about fine craftsmanship. Perhaps I could interest you in what I have to offer. I'll carry only the best, after all. Ah, a customer. Afraid the shop's closed for the time being. Stop by again when I've got everything in order, you hear? Got it. You're a guest of the satraps, yes? Through here lies the whole of the Radiant Host, home of Radzahan's mighty protectors. Okay. What's up those stairs, though? I don't know if I climbed up there. Ooh, that's a cool ceiling design. Whoa! Wow! Huge. It's huge. This place is huge. Oh, no. Business has taken a real hit with what, you know. Everything. Now the boss is threatening to fire us. I certainly envy those in Kazlal's operation. They're treated decently. Whoa, that's a cool view. I always used to enjoy observing the passerby from this bridge. Not much of interest to observe as of late, though, thanks to that blasted tower. Yeah, I can see why. Yep. Cool view, though. For sure. Come. Hello, kids. Talking about the latest Pokemon? Are you lost? This here is the residential area, Kama we call it, which just so happens to mean love. If you're looking for shops, try Artha. Their bazaar has everything. Kama means love. I love this fountain. Kama, kama, kama. Kama, 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 kama. Trade is at a standstill, and foodstuffs are in short supply. We've begun distributing emergency rations so the people don't starve, but will run out before long. Oh, even the lamps are designed as an elephant. That's cool. Bam, 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 bam. Da, 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 da. Marine. Let's see. Now the foodstuffs sent from Palakistan go here and... Ah, yes. I must remember to buy gifts for the villager children afterward. The silkworms do love their mulberry leaves. Not that they don't eat other kinds, mind you, but these seem to be the best option for the little fellows as cocoons. Yeah. The little fellows as cocoons. Megaduta. Ooh. There's dodos in here. Little dodos. Welcome to Nilopala Nourishments, where we specialized in the breeding of Hamsa, the traditional livestock of Tavner, to ensure eggs and livestock are of impeccable quality. We're named for our founder, Nilopala, who was not only the Isle's foremost Hamsa breeder, but also developed the method by which the beast's toxin glands may be removed to render the meat edible. A remarkable discovery, wouldn't you agree? I see you've taken a liking to our Hamsa friend. After all, what's not to adore? Those gentle eyes, the strangely pleasing smell of their feathers. A number of these birds were previously housed at a farm on the perfumed rice, but we had to bring them here when it was destroyed by those terrible beasts. How much I would like to let them roam free once more. Vishrad. You're a good man, Vishrad. I wonder if I can dip my toes in there. Oh, look at that. Splish splash. I can actually go all the way here. Whoa, that's cool. Oh, you can walk over here. That's amazing. You can see like a mountain range too. Jesus. That's cool. Little romantic spot. Goddamn, brother. I'm a frog enjoying my homeland. Woo! I mean, I'm a Norod too, right? That only makes sense with this place filled with auras. Man, this place is beautiful. Holy. Megaduta. These people are dressed well. Going on over here? Is this where we meet with the dragon and all? I forget now. I guess so, huh? Ba, 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 ba. Too bad that I can't mount around here. I have to do all this walking. Ba 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 da down ba da ba 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 da 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 da. Wow. The skies have been filled with all kinds of fiends since that tower appeared on Narunair. In light of this, we've gone ahead and cancelled all flights for the time being. But are you hoping to catch a flight as well? Sounds like it's going to be a while before they'll open running again. I understand that they're just trying to keep everyone safe, but the economy is going to suffer if they put a stop of all trade. To all trade. There must be some other way around. Oh, his little daughter. His little daughter is with him. His little daughter. What with the shipping routes all closed, our storehouses are practically overflowing. We'll probably need to halt production at some point, but it pains me to deprive our weavers of their work. Yeah, can't imagine. Heading to Magaduta, are you? In that case, please follow this hallway to my right and go through the door at the top of the stairs. You'll emerge at the entrance to the airship landing, where another sentry should be on hand to assist you. Incidentally, if you ascend the steps to either side of me, you'll find the workshops of Ruveda Fibers. Though you're free to observe the artisans, take care not to lose your way. Okay. If you're here for an airship, I'm afraid all flights have been suspended until further notice. So, the state of alert is still in effect. Perhaps it's for the best. That aside, we're not here for an airship. We have business at Magaduta. Oh, in that case, permit me to direct you. From here it's quite simple, really. Ascend these steps and then continue straight ahead and across the bridge. You cannot miss it. Confusing as it is, you'd think they'd intended to make a maze out of Radzahan. Kagane was flat at least. If you became lost, you could head to higher ground to get the lay of the land. I remember passing by here with Vashan. The situation being as it was, he regretted not being able to show us the sights. Life has yet to return to normal here. When it does, you ought to pay another visit. Though the city is confusing, the food is quite good. I'm partial to Hamsa myself. The meat's surprisingly tender and flavorful. Burbs. The fat brown burbs. Burp Hamsa chicken. Let's get some fried Hamsa. Kentucky fried Hamsa. Hail, brother. Greetings and welcome to Magaduta. May I inquire after your business? We are members of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Come at the invitation of His Excellency. Ah, of course. We have been expecting you. I will show you into the audience chamber, if you would please follow me.
Are we the last to arrive? I hope we've not kept you waiting.
Not at all. Your comrade is feeling better, I trust.
Much better, thank you. Harness remedies are certainly potent, in more ways than one.
One becomes accustomed to the taste, although I hope you never have cause to do so. Pray, take your ease.
Full glad I am to see you all unharmed.
Valiant scions, for your heroism, you have my
Quack quack, motherfucker. Takato, welcome to the stream. Thank you for tuning in. Welcome to the community.
You cast down that dire tower and set free its hapless captives. You cleanse their souls of its corrupting influence. No words of thanks will suffice. In place of platitudes, I offer a bounty of warding scales. Pray accept your due reward, along with the goodwill of Radzathan.
Alchemists throughout the land were put to work in the forging of your talismans. The finished ones have been collected, and now await you at the High Crucible of Alchemia. Present this letter when you are ready to take them into your possession.
We are humbled by your generosity. Know that the inventive wisdom of Radzathan will be vital in restoring serenity to our star.
Every single one of those scales came from you, didn't they? You must still be in such pain.
'Tis of no moment, a mere annoyance compared to the dreadful suffering inflicted upon this land and its people.
Albeit brief, my involvement in the Dragonsong War afforded me a glimpse of the myriad sorrows which consumed both dragon and man. Though you were half a world away, such tragedies as befell your kin must have affected you deeply. And yet, you chose to live among men.
In the age when that conflict first bloomed, my choice had already been made. In some distant place, man slew dragon, and dragon slaughtered man. Yet no hate could I muster for those smiling faces which did look to me for guidance. Not even my brother's righteous rage could rally me to his cause. I huddled here, secret and still, hoping against hope that which I had built would remain untouched by the chaos and carnage.
'Twould seem we share the same desire for peace, great Vritra. To that end, I wonder if we might trouble you with another question. The Telophoroi are intent on recreating the final days, an apocalyptic event which we know to predate the sundering of the star. As the longest lived among us, know you aught of this terrible cataclysm?
Nay, when war and strife drove my sire from his home, he crossed the great expanse with only our unhatched eggs as company. He alighted upon a shattered source, its 13 reflections long since scattered beyond the rift. Of events preceding his arrival, he knoweth naught, save that which Hydralin hath deigned to disclose.
I see. So again, 'tis the inscrutable Hydaelyn to whom you must look for answers.
Seek you to divine the will of this star? If so, I have a tale which may afford you some small comfort. Tis a story from my youth, many, many years ago. To my sire, I once posed the question, of all the stars in the sky, why didst thou settle upon this one? To which Midgardsormr did reply, 'twas the last bastion of hope. He believed so long as Hydaelyn endured, so too might dragonkind. Solemn and portentous were his words. What deeper meaning they held, I could not, dared not pursue. 'Tis a stone I've left unturned ever since. Yet take you solace in the knowledge that whatsoever Hydaelyn does strive towards, 'tis an ideal which hath earned my sire's conviction.
Thank you, Vritra. You've given us warm reassurance in a world gripped by cold uncertainty.
While I'm sure we all have a great many questions, I think it's time we collect the talismans and be on our way. Our fight against the Telophoroi is far from finished.
We must take our leave, but please do inform us if we can provide any further assistance.
Prithee, a moment. There is one whom my sire hath judged worthy of honor and respect. The one known to men as Eorzea's champion. This hero of renown and rumor, 'tis thee. I knew it to be so. From man and dragon alike have I learned of thine exploits. 'Twas a revelation most pleasing that thou, a child of man, had gained Midgardsormr's trust. But alongside mine elation runneth a rivulet of dread. For upon thy life's reel wind too many threads of fate, power, wheel enmeshed with woe. Amidst this tangled knot thou shalt know no rest. 'Tis an endless confluence of forces, a struggle without surcease. More terrible still is the attrition wrought upon thy companions, as they are swept up in the storm of thine existence. Take heart and protect them well. They will be your strength and Even cowering behind my curtain, I know the suffering of the powerful. I have watched my siblings driven mad by loss. Thus do I exhort thee to spare no effort to keep thy loved ones safe.
Apologies. We hadn't meant to interrupt.
It's just that we do have a history of suddenly collapsing, and when you didn't follow us out...
'Tis I who must apologize. I have detained your champion overlong with idle chatter. Go. At war's end, I pray I welcome thee back into my hall, where together with thy joyful comrades, you may toast your triumph.
Well then, all right. That was a moment. So what were you and Vitro talking about? Nothing. Very well, if you say so. The others have gone ahead to the High Crucible. Let's catch up to them. The color of joy. Alphinaud has a mind to join the others at the High Crucible. The attendant was kind enough to give me directions to the High Crucible. First, let us return to the mulberry orchard. From here, we're supposed to follow the path left and past the mulberries. Where the street turns, enter the door straight ahead, then descend the steps. I thought the Crystarium was confusing, but it doesn't compare to Razat Han. The architecture and decorations make it even harder to get your bearings. Anyway, let's see where this door takes us. And here is the Aetheryte Plaza. So far, so good, and there isn't much further to go. From here, we just need to cross to the other side of the hall, then pass through the larger of two doorways. The High Crucible lies beyond. I suspect the others have already collected the warding scales. Come, let us join them. Alright, I'm gonna get rid of my... whatchamacallit? This stuff over here. I don't I don't need to be holding on to this much materia anymore. Not that relevant. Nope. Fuck it. Right. Have way more bag space at least. Da, 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 da. We're lost, of course, but at least we found the place.
These are the talismans we were promised.
Yes, and I made a quick count. There are far more than we could have hoped for. Enough to outfit an entire company of soldiers, in fact. Considering the involved process, that they were able to manufacture so many in such a short span of time is nothing short of a miracle.
Once we have distributed them to our allies in Eorzea and the Far East, we'll have a fighting chance to bring down the other spires, just as we did with the Tower of Zot.
Or we could use them to invade Garlemald proper, and strike directly at the Telophoroid's base of operations. Of course, we would need to consult with various Alliance leaders before such a drastic measure could even be contemplated. To which end, I could set out forthwith and present the idea to each of our allies in person.
Pray allow me to undertake some few of those journeys. I find myself restless and in need of purposeful duties.
I can head eastward. Bosnia and Dalmasca are just a short hop from here. And Doma's shinobi network should come in handy for passing on the word.
We shall share the burden then. Meanwhile, I think it best that you and the others take the talismans back to the Baldessian Annex. We must keep them safe and secure until we've decided upon a course of action.
Please, I must speak with you.
Those are some scary footstep sounds. Jeez.
Nidana, you're awake.
Yes. When I spoke with the carer at my bedside, she told me that one of the scions, a young woman, had cleansed me of the tower's corruption. It seems I'd been asleep ever since the treatment. But when I awoke and learned you were all still here, I knew I had to come. As you said, Nidana was captured only recently. Such a brief exposure is swiftly cured, so I tended to her before we gathered at Megaduta. And I am truly grateful that you did. I cannot thank you enough. All of you, for everything you've done. Destroying the tower, rescuing our people. You've saved Havnir from an awful fate.
Yet who hath truly saved whom? Due in no small part to thine inspirational courage, the alchemists were successful in reproducing warding scales of proven efficacy. Replications of thy work now stand ready to travel across the seas, unto the hands of those who might wield them against this rising evil.
The talisman? Is this true? was so groggy from sleep, I didn't even think to ask. Oh, our great work sent across the seas. It was worth it. Oh, it was all worth it. Look at that. Its color is completely changed. What do you have there? How unusual. I wonder if the effect is a reaction to Akasha.
I'm afraid I'm not familiar with that term.
Akasha? It is one of the unseen energies defined by Harnish alchemical theory. Though a gross oversimplification, some describe it as an essence influenced by feelings.
You imply that it is distinct from ether?
Us foreign scholars often conflate the two, but we see them as separate concepts. Ether is an energy which permeates the land. It exists within animals, objects, even the air we breathe, affecting all through which it flows.
Oh god, BRISH accents.
Thank you for the 25-month resub, Saya. Welcome back. We also have some Indian accents here, too. From Elephant Woman. But yes, this game mostly comprises of a lot of Shakespearean dialogue and British accents. Which I love. I'm all for it.
Akasha, on the other hand, exists in a domain beyond our reach. A gift bestowed from on high, or torn from the heavens in some traditions. Akasha can neither be created nor destroyed. It is beyond our power to purposefully alter or manipulate. The only thing observed to influence it is an abundance of, I want to say, spiritual emotion. As a veteran of the battlefield, surely you've experienced moments of desperation or exaltation when you've transcended the usual limits of your capabilities. That is a manifestation of Akasha, the invisible essence harnessed by heart, mind, and unyielding spirit.
I really must hear more about this theory. Our disciplines are based entirely upon the idea that ether is the fundamental form of all energy.
I'm glad my haphazard explanation has piqued your interest. But even for us, Akasha is a somewhat abstract field of study. A lack of practical application lends itself poorly to formalized research.
Yes, I am a walking Pepe. The first
Which is why
of
my
their name.
analysis of your flower can amount to little more than idle speculation. I am sorry.
Nonsense. You have nothing to be sorry for. Your insight is much appreciated.
I hold a flower ribbit.
Shall we depart for Sharlayan then? I will see to it that the talismans arrive at the Annex.
And we will be in touch once our talks are concluded. I suggest you rest while you can. From here onward, sleep is bound to be in short supply.
The last thing I remember before being absorbed into the tower was you rushing towards me. I can only imagine the hardships you and yours must have had to overcome to rescue us. No amount of words will suffice to express my gratitude, but I hope the flower's radiant glow says everything I cannot. Oh. The Northern Empty, Old Charlayan. Oh, what the fuck? Have some people randomly dancing now? With angel wings? The fuck? Okay. Oh, they're all part of the same guild. Go figure. It's good to be back, and with the fruit of our labors safely in storage. For now, we have but to wait for the others to return from their respective meetings with the Alliance leaders. As Thancred suggested, you should get some rest in the meantime. Welcome back, Valkyria. Kryl has apprised me of your recent accomplishments. What an amazing feat to eliminate a tower and pave the way to deal with the rest. While it isn't much, I've changed your sheets and plumped up your pillow. After all, there's nothing like collapsing in a nice clean bed after completing a major milestone, be it penning a thesis or defeating dayform entities. So, would you like to take a look at your new and improved lodgings now? Yes, please. Thank you. I am but a simple sleepy frog. Oh no, the flower is gray again.
Take heart and protect them well.
Jeez. Oh my god.
Good, you're here. You haven't eaten yet, have you? We've bought quite a spread if you're interested. Only the finest dining from the last stand.
God. Rabbit. They're having a hamburger? What? We got some Five Guys over here.
Lest you wonder, we invited Estinian as well. But he refused with a rather grim-faced, "No, thank you." I suspect Charlian cuisine is not to his liking.
Oh, I don't know about that. Perhaps our lone wolf just needed some time apart.
What? To perfect his brooding stare? Next time, I'll drag him out by the ear, sit him down in front of a Charlian feast, and see that he eats every last bite.
An excellent idea. Of all people, warriors must take proper meals and rest if they are to maintain a healthy constitution.
Poor Estinian, beset on all sides.
Speaking of one's physical condition, Mistress Cryle, I hear you recently played literal host to Heidelin herself.
And what an experience that was. Tiring, yes, but no lasting harm done. If anything, I should have liked to speak with her longer. I've not felt a hint of her presence since.
Heidelin instructed you to carry that flower, yes? Twill be your guide, test and proof of your conviction. And then something about seeking joy in darkness, was it? Come to think of it, isn't that what happened with Nidana back in Radzat-Han?
The flower did seem to radiate a joyful glow, as if reflecting the elation we all felt. The relief of a people with renewed hope.
Indeed. And in turn, I felt buoyed by that radiance. 'Twas akin to spotting a beacon and knowing we were on the right path. I know we've not yet triumphed over the Telophoroi, or learned the full breadth of the Forum's plans. But even within the midst of our struggles, we find small moments of joy to sustain us. Rare and hard-won perhaps, but it is this pursuit of happiness that gives us the strength to carry on day after day. Hey, that's mine.
To the swift the spoils. Though I recall that levitation spell of yours was quick enough.
Only barely. And even at my best, I'm still too slow to wield it effectively in battle. Mayhap I simply require more practice with this new magic.
You unearthed it from the depths of Numenon, I presume?
Aye, and from a veritable mountain of arcane tomes at that. 'Twas necessary to facilitate my solitary explorations.
Or, to put it simply, you used it to sneak around the Forbidden Archives.
Yes, well, after a fashion. They're tall, you see. The shelves, they're too tall for me. And I could hardly move the library's platforms without attracting attention now, could I?
Oh!
You do know these are my quarters. Are we pushing on until dawn? Until dawn?
I'm not that ambitious. But 'tis pleasant to idle away the hours every once in a while.
Enjoying the bracing cold, I see. Do you not own a warm coat or a cloak? Something in fur? Or fashioned from the skins of your enemies? Or... well, never mind that. I come to you once more as the bearer of bad news. Our tower in Thavnir has been toppled, and I need not tell you by whom. Given how many we have at our disposal, the loss of a single spire is hardly fatal to our plans. It does, however, slow the rate at which we siphon ether. If they continue to preoccupy themselves with the towers, then all will be well. But should our foe prove bold enough to strike at us here, then the timing becomes questionable.
Our foe is bold enough. Of that, I can assure you.
Yes, very well then. I suppose I must prepare a proper welcome. Honestly, talk of your nemesis is the only thing you seem to enjoy. Does nothing else spark your interest?
No. All else is... equal. Equally tedious. Equally disappointing. The world is a tepid bog into which we sink, too weak to thrash as the mud clings to our eyes and fills our throats till we blissfully choke. But then came the light, blinding and pure and hot, so very hot, enough to set my soul aflame. I basked in the afterglow until the void yawned once more, and then I knew the muck would never claim me again. There was naught for me ahead, so I drew the curtain on all that had come before. Burn. Burn. Let the whole star burn. I will have my contest. I will reclaim my moment.
How wonderful that the emptiness of death has not dissuaded you from committing your life to its pursuit once more. I don't know whether to envy you or pity you.
You question my disinterest, but what of yours? Despite your noisome antics, I sense you take little pleasure in this endeavor.
Mercy, my lord. Such pointed barbs from one who barely acknowledges my existence. Nevertheless, you are mistaken. For I do find this part somewhat enjoyable. You see, when I was mortal, I would always have the same dream. It was a fragmented thing, disjointed, all the faces incomplete. The setting, too, was unknown to me. So I thought it simply a fantasy of my sleeping mind. Until one day, I realized it was showing me the truth. Much as your dream of the final days enlightened you. And soon, very soon, the rest of the world will see the truth of my dream, too. Yes, I think that is something we can both enjoy.
All right. Okay. I think we're going to go ahead and conclude it on that note, people. People of the internet, thank you so much for tuning in on today's broadcast. This is quite a whammy of cutscenes, which we'll probably have more of. But in any case, thank you for hanging out, for tuning in. Hope you've enjoyed yourselves today, lurking and adding and whatnot. But if you're new to the broadcast, make sure to hit the follow button. If you're just recently a member of the community, you can also follow me on my social media, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all at ICVolk. If you wanted to be a part of the community a little bit further, you can also hop on over to the Discord server. We have all sorts of categories on there, Overwatch, Final Fantasy, etc. Non-gaming related categories on there. And while you do wait on the next stream, which will hopefully be tomorrow, you can check out my Overwatch 2 voice impressions in the link in the chat below, which I've just provided for your viewing convenience. So there's a bunch of character impressions of one of my favorite games of all time, Overwatch, which I'm taking a bit of a break from, actually, to catch up on some Final Fantasy XIV. Thank you all for hanging out today. We will try to be back tomorrow. I do have work until 1 o'clock, and might probably work out afterwards. So I will try to get a stream in tomorrow. I probably will not be able to stream on Tuesday, however, as I have a, what do you call it? I have a doctor's appointment. Wait, no, hold on. Yeah, I do. I'm trying to remember when. Yeah, that's on Tuesday. So Tuesday, I'm seeing an ear, nose, throat doctor in the afternoon after work. So it's going to be a long day. No work on, no stream on Tuesday. We will definitely be live on Wednesday, as well as Thursday following that. So look forward to some streams on Wednesday and Thursday, and then also Friday probably on top of that. And we'll definitely be here over the course of the weekend as well. But I'm going to be a little bit busy tomorrow and after tomorrow. So yeah, no stream on Tuesday. Definite yes for the Wednesday and Thursday, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But yeah, I'll let you know how it goes. I'm seeing the ear, nose, and throat doctor for my ongoing breathing issue. I have, partial congestion, perpetual partial congestion that I want to get sorted out. I've had it for about 2 years, and it's impacted my sleep quality negatively, and I just want to be done with it. I hopefully will get that sorted out. But that's it. Thank you for hanging out, folks. I'm gonna go. I've enjoyed this session of Final Fantasy XIV. See you guys on the next one. Signing out. This is Volk. It was a pleasure streaming for you. Until we meet again, take care.